Are there things that you do automatically without thinking about them?
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Very interesting.
Not the answer we were looking for, right?
Definitely put a twist on where I was going, but I guess that works also. Do you think that things that come or that you do automatically are easier?
Yes. If I can put my brain on autopilot and then just kind of have things just happen, it saves so much time and stress.
So what about in your business? Are there things that you can automate in order to lessen your stress, as you put it?
Let's find out.
This is Mikel-Claire.
And this is Trey.
And we are the couple of entrepreneurs. We're here to share with you our journey of successes and setbacks as we enter the world of entrepreneurship now that we no longer have 9-to-5s due to the new normal of the world and the pandemic.
Join us as we race the clock to start earning money, gain consistency, and overcome self-doubts and uncertainty as we search for our voices and obtain personal and financial growth.
Let's talk about a few things that you can automate in your business in order to make life a little easier for you. What's the number one thing that you feel like you can automate to help lessen your stress?
I don't know if it's any one specific tasks, but anything that I do every single day that seems kind of like monotonous. Let's just say it's, I don't know, shooting from the hip here. It's writing an email every day in my email sequence. If I could figure out a way to have some piece of software write that one email every single day so I don't have to sit there and do it every time I wake up early in the morning, that is going to make my life a whole lot easier.
So for you, it's more things that you typically have to do consistently versus something that may be like a huge task?
Yeah, absolutely. The things with monotonous tasks is that if you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, then it's not really creative anymore. You're not really like stressing your higher level brain to do important things. It's just redundant stuff. It's just the same thing over and over again. So if you could figure out a way to get a machine to do that for you, especially if it's a simple task, why not? Do you feel that automation has to be something big, like, I don't know, actually running your business? Is that too big of a task to automate, or does it have to be something that's really simple?
The size of the tasks that you can automate, I'm sure they vary. You can automate large items that might seem very overwhelming or may seem like a lot of work, but you can also outsource or automate smaller things or things that happen on a consistent basis, like you said, an email or something like that. Mm-hmm. I think it depends on how much you're willing to give away making sometimes pertinent decisions in your business, if depending on how large the task is. But I think it also depends on what exactly it is that you're automating. It can vary. So
I want to automate everything. I only want to be able to make big decisions and then have something else or someone else do all the details. Is that possible?
I don't know. It's what you want. Is it possible?
That was absolutely possible. There's lots of different ways that you can automate. You can, when it comes to something as simple and mundane as email, like I said before, you can automate that process with software. Software is a great way to increase speed, reduce stress, and then free you for other more thought-provoking activities, such as the creative aspects of your business. I think there's other types of automation as well that go beyond just software. You can automate your business by getting additional help regarding people. And a good way of doing that is hiring a virtual assistant. They can do some of the tasks that may not be as simple as ABC 1, 2, 3. That may require like a little bit of extra thought. Automating tasks such as customer complaints when it comes to your help desk for whatever product or service that you're dealing with. Things that are a little bit more difficult for software to kind of handle because you need a little bit more of a one-on-one personal approach. Or even if it comes to creating brand new emails that aren't pre-written that you would use in an automated email sequence, you can have your virtual assistant create a real letter that kind of like tugs at the heartstrings a little bit better, that connects with your customers a little bit better, something that some types of automation just can't do. When I typically think of automation, I think of something mechanical. I think of something computers that's kind of doing something when I think of automation. I remember when I was a kid and we were studying about Henry Ford and him automating manufacturing and him coming up with the assembly line. I think that's a type of automation. It's dealing more with people than it is typically computers per se, but it is a way of streamlining the business. Everybody's got a specific task that they have to do, and they do it so well that it increases the speed of your business.
One of the definitions I found for automated is designed to replace or decrease human labor and especially physical labor. And I think as far as in entrepreneurship, not only physical labor, but sometimes mental labor as well. Anything that can lessen your workload is definitely considered something that's automated, or something that you, and it could be something that you can create, not necessarily that somebody else creates, but something that you create that can hold its own ground and continue to do whatever it was created for, like whatever purpose it was created for. So like you said, if you have a set of emails that you want to go out automatically, so you create or you use some type of platform that does that for you. So then it automatically goes out, and then you don't have to worry about sending it out any longer. So anything that kind of makes your workload easier that you or someone else creates in order to automatically perform whatever function it's used for.
When you hear about it, it seems like an easy choice, right? It seems like a no-brainer. It's like, yeah, I absolutely want to automate my business or automate my life. What do you think makes people hesitate?
Well, I know for some people, probably not being able to be in control of every single solitary thing that happens in their business may be difficult. Trying to let go of that may be hard for some people. Not really understanding or knowing the best ways to go about doing it prevents people from doing that a lot, I'm sure. Because you had mentioned things like software that may be able to automate some things. Not everybody knows about what software is out there, so I think that prevents a lot of people. I know that ignorance is not a defense, but in some cases we use it as such. So it can be an excuse for a lot of people.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just don't know. I think if they knew, they would do it a lot quicker. I think they also think it's expensive. It sounds like an expensive process, right? Especially if you don't know anything about it. And you're like, man, automating my business and automating things that are in my life. Oh my gosh, what's the cost of that going to be? But we still talk about that juggle between time and money. And maybe you do have to spend a little bit more money in order to automate your business and your life, but think about the amount of time that you're going to save, that you'll be able to do other things with as a result of you spending that money to automate. And if you really get into it and do your research, you'll find out that automating your business could actually save you money more so. I think in most cases it will save you money. I think it's just getting over the initial idea of it just being this foreign new thing that only big companies can do. You can automate yourself and your business if you're a one-man show.
I know a lot of times, though, it seems like there's a lot of upfront work in automating something in order for it to create it or to get it to where it is able to be self-sufficient. So do you think that prevents a lot of people also from wanting to establish some sort of automation?
Yeah, I do, especially when it comes to a field like internet marketing, the field that I am in and particularly enjoy because of the freedom of automation. There is a learning curve if you want to do it yourself, but it goes back to what we were saying again, time and money. You can just pay somebody to automate your business for you. You'll pay a little bit more, and then you'll pay a little bit possibly for the automation cost itself, but you'll be up and running, and then they can manage the automations for you. A lot of people just don't go that route. Just because of ignorance or pride. Mine is because of pride and money, because I just feel that I can do it myself. But the drawback to doing it yourself is the amount of time that it's going to take in order for you to get it right. The amount of frustration you're going to get because you're going to make mistakes. Learning anything and automating your business is a learning process, just like anything else is with life, and you're going to make mistakes. And those mistakes, depending on what your business is, can be costly. So if you're interested in increasing the speed of your business and making it so that you just get up in the morning and just check your email, you should strongly consider automating your business. And if you don't have any idea of how to do it, Google, how do I get somebody to automate my business? You'll be surprised what you come up with.
So you mentioned emails. What other things can you automate in your business?
Well, you can automate things such as your payroll. You can automate things such as the amount of money that you use in creating your ads, or who handles your ads regarding the creative process of the marketing behind your business. You can automate your emails. You can automate your shipping. You can have somebody or some company do all of the shipping for you so that you can sit home and just check the results from your laptop while somebody else does all the packaging, does all the mailing out, gets all the stamps. You can do all that. You can automate where you get your supplies from. There's a lot of different ways that you can automate, even including you can automate your social media. You can have somebody, and there is software out there that can actually send messages and reply to people through messenger bots and all kinds of stuff. There's not too many ways that you can't automate. I think the real question you need to ask is, what part of the business sequence do I want to be a part of that I enjoy doing? And most times it's probably going to be either in the areas that are directly affected with money or in the creative process. Anything else should, in my personal opinion, be automated. As far as how automation affects the professions that you've currently had and are currently running, be it your old job, your cake making business, and the new business that you're currently making, are you able to see the pluses and minuses of automation? And does something like that affect the businesses that you've been in the past? And how does that look today?
The only downside that I've seen so far as the automations, if it's not set up correctly, I'm learning as far as email sequences and things like that, or maybe even posts or ads that may run automatically. If there is something in there that's not supposed to be, if it's not set up correctly, then that can be like a huge headache, because then people aren't getting the information when you would like for them to, or not even receiving the information that you'd like them to. So I think that can be kind of a con when looking at it. If you're not sure, then definitely either do the research or find somebody that can do it for you accurately. As far as the benefit of it, I think there's tremendous benefits to automating your entire business in most aspects of it. It allows, like the one thing that we talk about a lot, it allows for freedom of time, and that I'm realizing the older I get, the importance of that. And as far as in personal growth and happiness and purpose and all that stuff, I just feel like being able to spend time how you want to and how you choose to is extremely important. And I've realized more so the value of that in the middle of this pandemic. So I think that automation is a tremendous benefit to any business, and to mine in particular. In any way in the cake business that I can automate, it's a little more difficult because I do have to directly interact with the customer, even if it's over email. So that can make it a little bit more difficult, but in like slight ways to make it more difficult, there's like initial questions that you have to ask regarding specifics of the cake or what it is that they're looking for that can be automated. And then you don't have to spend that time going back and forth a little longer than usual in order to get that information. So I've seen it across every business that I've had thus far. So there's definitely pros and cons to all of it.
Well, you know, one thing you can't automate is me sticking a pin in this subject. Thank you so much. You have been tuned in and listening to
The Couple of Entrepreneurs.
Do yourself a huge favor and automate your finger over to that subscribe button. Smash it, hit it, love it. Tell your friends and family and everybody else that you come across that we are over here talking about building businesses, entrepreneurship, understanding automation, and just enjoying the journey of building something that we call our own. Thank you so much for staying tuned, and we will be in touch with you soon. Peace out.